Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to GEC Racing League. We're out here at Phoenix for the Desert Discipline 200. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. This is going to be an amazing race. Up in the booth, as always, you got myself, Jamie G, but it looks like we got a couple other people up here, as always. Austin Swanson. Austin, how we doing?
Oh, amazing as always. Glad to be back after having to miss last week for some technical difficulties. And Phoenix is a favorite of mine. Tons of family in the area, especially since we're doing something new with the no dog leg this year. So these racers are definitely going to be in for some surprises.
I absolutely. We've never actually raced without the dog leg, so that it's going to be a really interesting race to watch, not only for our fans but us as well. I'm quite interested to see what kind of strategy these guys are actually going to bring into this race, because it is going to be pretty technical without it. And up in the booth, we got Mason Arujo. Mason, how we doing, buddy?
All right. Just looking forward to seeing how these guys are going to do out here tonight. Hopefully everything stays kosher.
Yeah, and again, you know, like I said, a lot of technical effort's going to go into this without the dog leg. But again, this is just what they signed up for. It's going to be an amazing race regardless, dog leg or no dog leg. I think that they have the skill to be able to bring it home, and I think we're going to see some green flag runs tonight. Also, up in the booth, we got Mr. Lake Range. Mully, how we doing tonight?
Not too bad. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting race, you know, not running the dog leg. And I mean, Phoenix is a short track, but it's still very technical. Well,
again, guys, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you guys for being up in the booth with me. Mason and Austin are going to race control this race, but we're all going to be up here for the whole race. So I appreciate everybody that showed up to watch, and I appreciate everybody coming up to the booth tonight. Tonight, this is going to be race 8. We're almost finished with our regular season. Regular season ends in a couple more races at race 10. So we got this race and 2 more after this, and then regular season's over, and we're going to crown a regular season champion, guys.
I can't wait.
So these guys are actually out there right now as we speak. It looks like Darren Bruce running the fastest time for qualifying. It also looks like McCabe is right behind him in second place in that 36. Benjamin Archuleta is going to be in third place. Shane Cochran in fourth place, and Cameron Craighead to round out your top 5. Marino Jr. is 6th. K. Dunn 7th. Kenneth Gallman in 8th. Joseph Barrow in the number 4. He's going to be in 9th place, and Richard Elliott in that 02 in 10th. Very different lineup than what we're used to seeing, guys. Normally, we'd see names like Craighead, Malone, and those guys. It looks like Craighead I'm not sure if he's actually here tonight. I'm not seeing him on the roster. Oh yeah, no, I see. I already said his name. He's in the fifth, and then Malone with a late qualify jumps up into fourth for the top five. So it looks like we got a few drivers that are still on the track. Logan Wilson, it looks like he's just now coming off the track, and Hunter Birkmeyer. A little bit of technical issues there with Birkmeyer, but I believe he's going to do really well tonight. And then Justin Openchowski still on the track as well. So let's go ahead and just take a look at our weather for tonight. Oh, that is the wrong one. Here we go. So with the weather tonight, it looks like we're running at 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 18% moisture, partly cloudy with 9 miles an hour wind. But the track is always going to be a little bit hotter. It's going to be 93 degrees out there. The hotter it is, the slicker it gets. So I really expect these guys to be able to hold it together. It's not super duper hot out there, but as the race progresses, those lines are going to heat up, guys. So we could see a couple issues depending on what line they're running. But yeah, it looks like these guys are actually going to be lining up here in a moment. How much time we got on the grid, Austin?
Looks like we got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? That's really 5 minutes?
Yeah, we got about 4 minutes and. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm
5
advancing
minutes.
the session now.
I was about to say, normally we don't have that much time, but let's go ahead and get on the track with these guys and see what our starting grid is going to be. All right. And we got some drivers lining up already. Yeah, I can hear those cars.
Yep. Driver should be taking grid now as the session has advanced.
There we go. We got them. So it looks like in that front line, let's go ahead and get the grid up. So row number 1, Jason McCabe and Darren Bruce going to be on that front row. Row 2 is going to be Jacob Malone in P4 and Archuleta P3. Row 3 is going to be Craig Head and Shane Cochran. Row 4 is going to be Kay Dunn and Marion Jr. Row 5 is going to be Joseph Barrow and Kenneth Gallman. Row 6, Logan Wilson and Richard Elliott. Row 7 is going to be Josh McCabe and Garrett Caswell. Row 8, Reggie Evans Jr. and Hunter Birkmeyer. Row 9 is going to be Lane and Dusty Haynes. Michael Menchaca and Campbell for row 10. Row 11 is going to be Justin Openchowski and Wesley Lynch. And I believe we got one more. Nope, that is going to be it. These guys are fully gridded up. Again, thank you all for being here tonight for the Desert Discipline 200. This is going to be an amazing race. Obviously, last week, guys, we experienced a little bit more cautions than we wanted to experience in the truck race. Being out at Michigan, come to find out it was really slick out there. But this week, what do you guys think we're going to get?
It's gonna be a hard one to determine. Obviously, with that hot temperature on the track, I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, honestly.
Well, we're definitely going to be in for it either way, guys. I really expect the discipline is hopefully going to kick in, and these guys just take it easy. It's a long race, 200 miles. So Phoenix is it's similar to a short track as far as coming into the corners, but you do have those long straightaways, that backstretch. You can gain a lot of speed on that backstretch, but it looks like these guys are in motion. Darren Bruce and McCabe, they're going to show us what they got. Darren Bruce up in that pole position, but McCabe is not going to give up easy in that number 36. So let's go over real quick. Mason, who's your pick? Who you got for tonight?
You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go with Cochran.
Shane
Go
Cochran,
with the
good
Ninja.
pick. Good pick. Not a bad pick at all. Shane Cochran always showing his face up towards the front. Definitely one of our good drivers here. Green flag is out. I was not expecting green flag that
at least a
early.
pole out of him.
Well, we are already into the racing session, and we got somebody up into the wall. Looks like Richard Elliott in another car. We're going to have to go take a look at that. Did we even hit the first turn yet? Yeah, I think that was in the backstretch, wasn't it?
Oh, we're already under caution.
Yeah, we're already under caution. There is 2 cars involved in that towards the back, Richard Elliott being one of them. A lot of damage on Richard Elliott's front right side there. That wheel is definitely sideways, missing a toe link, I would imagine. Pretty hard to drive that back around the track, but he's going to give it a shot, trying to get back into the pits. That is angled really heavily on that front side, so hopefully he can make it back in there. But let's go ahead and see if we can take a look at what happened right there.
Looks like 87 coming down onto the O2.
Yeah, they just bumped really hard right there. Getting the O2 a little bit out of place. Not honestly what we wanted to see, but man, I don't even know. Yeah, that might be on the 87. I'm not sure. Number 87 up into the wall as well, but obviously Richard Elliott taking the majority of the damage on that last accident right there. That missing toe link, he is definitely going to have to use his fast repair, unfortunately.
Mason, what are you thinking?
Give me 1 sec.
We got a couple drivers down into pit lane. 93 of Richard Evans. It looks like, I said Richard Evans, R. Evans. And Elliott 02, McCabe 35, and Logan Wilson in that number 76.
Oh, it almost looks like the 2 might have hit him.
I'm gonna
on the
have
secondary
to go with
part?
the 87 just because he split it 3 wide and kind of pushed the 2 down the bottom there.
Right.
Can't say I don't disagree. It definitely is. The initial contact is what caused the incident. We got a couple shout outs up in the chat.
Am I crazy, or is there no 87 in the roster?
There is no 87, it's 77 apparently.
Oh, it is. It's Garrett Caswell.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
77.
Why is it? It's showing 87.
His number on
for
his
me.
car is wrong.
Man, that sucks. Not what Mama wanted to see. She was just saying, good luck, Caswell. You got this. Mama would love to see a podium win tonight. Pace car is going to be off. My pick is Garrett Caswell from Mama. No dog leg from Cody in the chat. And Kerry Bruce. Bruce all the way to the checkered flag. We're coming back around. We're going to be going green flag here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we just have to get it changed in the actual session. He did get that that number change approved. It just didn't get changed in the league.
That's it. And green flag is back out. Darren Bruce and Archuleta up front. Archuleta taking that second spot away from McCabe in that 36. 36 dropping back a little bit. He's going to have problems with that number 8. Malone down low. Malone now taking second, chasing down number 1 of Darren Bruce. Or first place of Darren Bruce anyway, number 39. Yeah, Cody, I remember our deal. We're just going to have to meet halfway. That is a good start for our drivers right there. Logan Wilson falling back in that number 76. He is going to be now a lap down, unfortunately. Trying not to take another lap down before the incident comes out so he can get back up to the back of the pack. And the 2 goes around. The 52 goes... The 2 goes around on the 52's nose right there, it looked like. A lot of action already here at Phoenix. Not what we expected, but it is a great show from the booth. I'm sure their nerves are just off the charts right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 52 and see what happened right there.
Yeah, it looks like the 52 to me anyway. Kind of comes up into the back end of 2.
Yep, I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, it does unfortunately look like he does come up a little bit on that and catches the right rear of the 2. Luckily, the 2 didn't actually incur any damage. Our lane not hitting the wall, just spinning the tires, but that's going to create a bald spot on those tires, guys. He really has to be careful because that's going to make the car a lot more slick than running without that flat spot on there. Let's take one more look from the rear and see that from the back side of the cars real quick.
It's like 11 got into the 33 during, or 93 during that as well.
The 11 gets into Evans.
Yeah, it was under caution.
Were they just like trying to slow down or something?
Yeah, 93 checked up pretty hard and 11 went right into the back of him.
Darren Bruce, you know he's not complaining. He's got Jacob Malone right on his backside. He wants to keep him as far back as possible, but it is going to be Malone on his outside for this restart, unless Darren Bruce in the 39 decides to go up high. Two cautions already for the Desert Discipline 200. These guys are going to have to take it easy if they want to make it all the way through this race. Luckily, the 2 car did not incur any damage, but a few cars did come down into pit lane as far as William Campbell. Logan Wilson is back into pit lane as well, coming in now. Hopefully he did get the lucky dog, so he will be on the lead lap. He's just going to have to come out and catch back up. Campbell coming back out onto the track. Logan Wilson going to be coming back out on the track. Lights are off that pace car. We're going to have a battle up front. Darren Bruce been extremely fast all season in that number 39. But there is a lot of worry on that outside lane with Jacob Malone sitting out there, a multiple winner this season and last season's champion, defending that championship out here at Phoenix. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as they come around the curve. The restart zone is right there on the turn. Green flag is out.
And they're off.
Craighead wasted no time, gets bumped up the track a little bit by Benjamin Archuleta in that number 51. Malone diving low on Darren Bruce.
Oh, we got a spin. Whoa!
Oh no!
3 cars involved.
That looks like
395.
Dusty Haynes.
32.
Yeah, that's Dusty Haynes, Birkmeyer, and Menchaca all involved in that last caution right there. Let's go see what happened, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like initially started by the 95.
Oh yeah, something happened with the 95 up top there. Let's go ahead and ride around with Birkmeyer. Oh, just barely gets tapped by the 86. Looks like he might have missed a braking point. Can't tell if that was a racing incident or not, but that's going to cause big damage to the number 3 and the number 32. 95 coming out with very minimal damage. Let's go ahead and get back out on the track. Dusty Haynes coming in, opting not to use that fast repair. Really, honestly, guys, I'm not into the fast repair right away, so I'm not 100% sure if I would even use it myself. But it looks like Wilson, McCabe, Evans, Burkmeyer, Haynes, and Menchaca all in the pits. That is going to put Jacob Malone in the number 8 up front, fighting with Darren Bruce on his outside this time. Both extremely fast drivers. We're going to have to see how this shakes out, but they do have Benjamin Archuleta for OCS right behind them. OCS is going to start right behind Jacob Malone. Malone still could opt to the top side of the track, so what do you guys think on that last one?
As we were looking back at it, it looks like 95 came down off the top of the wall and kind of got into Cochran. And unfortunately just caused his spin out there.
Dusty Haynes, he's still in pit lane from that last caution. Lights are off the pace car. He could get lapped one more time here. But he is coming back out onto the track, fixed as much damage as he possibly could.
Pace car is going in.
Pace car is off the track. Yes, Mason, you are correct. Another battle between Malone and Bruce. Hopefully Dusty Haynes fixed enough of that damage. I don't think he had any mandatory damage to fix, but I'm sure he had a few minutes of those optionals. Dusty Haynes now about 2 laps down. Here we go. Green flag is back out. Darren Bruce out wide. That's going to give the advantage to Benjamin Archuleta. Archuleta down on the inside. They're going to be door to door. Coming into 1 and 2.
The dog leg.
Somebody used the dog leg? No way.
Yeah. Number 95 just shot across the dog leg.
That is going to be... Well, it looked like actually Burkmeyer might have been coming out of pit lane, maybe? But I don't think he was in pit lane. Either way, let's hope that doesn't cause too many problems for him out here.
I didn't see a penalty get submitted by iRacers for that. But...
Yeah, I don't see a black flag either. Once these tires start to wear off, guys, we're going to see them start to single file out a lot more. The people that have... Oh, Darren Bruce locks it up going into 1 and 2. Slides up that track. That is going to be a problem. Going to allow Craighead and Archuleta to pass. Archuleta into Craighead, almost causing an incident right there.
Archuleta hit that wall a little bit, came down off of it.
Oh, it looks like they were able to keep it out of it. Luckily, no caution comes out. That is going to give a bigger advantage to Jacob Malone to keep that lead. A huge advantage is going to really go to the people that are actually saving those tires. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that if you're saving tires, you're going to be passing people like crazy after about lap 15.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about that. And especially with not having that dog leg, there's no way to, you know, save those tires even more by coming down onto the dog leg and not eating them up while trying to turn down. You know what I mean? So it's basically all around. You're going to be eating those tires up if you're not going slow.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of contact on those walls, guys. Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to maintain the turning radius if they keep hitting that wall like that.
Yeah, there are a few drivers even in the back here that keep hitting that wall.
Boom, and it looked like right there, Garrett Caswell taps that wall a little bit. I I just got to remember 87 is 77. But Garrett Caswell recovering from that issue in the beginning of the race. He's back up to 6th place. Craighead being chased down by Darren Bruce and Archuleta. Archuleta is up high. Darren Bruce shoots down low real quick. Archuleta riding high, still side by side with Darren Bruce going into 1 and 2. Does look like Darren Bruce is trying to edge out Archuleta. Let's see if he's able to actually make that pass happen. Not in that turn. Oh. Archuleta up into the wall hard.
The wall there. Yeah.
Still able to maintain speed somehow. Darren Bruce just not able to make it happen.
What do you think coming to get in?
I was just about to say Marino Jr., one of the other fast drivers that has won a couple times this season. He is looking to make a pass and get up into the top 3. Those guys keep fighting. Archuleta and Bruce, they're going to slow it down enough to where he's going to be able to get up on the side of them. Great technical passer, that number 48. He just finds a way around. I'm not sure how he does it, but he is good at it. Caswell, and that's still in that 6th position, right behind the number 48. Caswell doing a great job of maintaining position right at the moment. As you see, Mason, a lot of these guys are starting to single file out as those tires start to wear off a little bit. Anybody that hasn't come down into the pits now, they already have about, I don't know, 15 laps on those tires. You really start to feel it. And I don't know, you got to be really, really careful, because if you don't notice the wear on those tires, you're really going to get into that wall coming out of the turns.
Oh, 100%.
As we're watching Joseph Barrow come around the track, he's going to have the 33 of Wesley Lynch right behind him. Barrow chasing down Gallman to try to get up into the top 10.
Sounds like we got somebody getting black flagged out there. Race control just told them if they keep doing it, they're going to end up getting parked for the night.
I'm not sure, but I believe that was Hunter Birkmeyer in that 95.
I like what number 4 is doing here. He's staying very reserved. He's staying in the back. He's not trying to push it too hard. He's not trying to make any crazy passes. He's just kind of riding it out for now. And that's what a lot of these drivers should be doing right now. Still a lot of time and a lot of laps to go.
Let's go ahead and ride along with that number 4 and see what he's got going on inside the cockpit. These guys are reaching about 160 in that back straightaway, coming out of turn 4 right now, going into the front straightaway. Looks like those guys are hitting, what, about 170 coming into that front straightaway as well. He's going to have the number 71 of Gallman right there, right in front of him. Barrow, nice line. Just not able to get up on the side of him, having to check up right there a little bit.
I'm very happy that everybody decided to finally start doing the single file, and we're able to keep this green and clean for now.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Barrow looking on the inside of the number 71. It sounds like they're actually shifting out there too. Sounds like they're shifting down to 3rd.
I did hear some drivers during practice saying that they were shifting, so there's definitely some shifting going on out here.
Yeah, I can see his meter going to 4. I said 3rd, I meant 4th, but either way, it looks like Barrow on the outside of McCabe right now in that 36. McCabe not giving it up very easily. He's going to stay in front of Barrow. Let's go ahead and get back out here. Barrow now having to worry about the number 33. 33 down low going into 1 and 2. Is he going to be able to keep it? Barrow with a wide arcing turn.
That was really close. Getting close to the back end of number 4 there.
Yeah, it looks like Lynch actually checked up a little bit, allowing Campbell to go to his outside. Campbell now on door to door with the number 33 going into 1 and 2.
And Bell looking to take that spot. Falls back a little bit. Falling back in line with the 33.
Oh, Campbell.
Try to take him down low.
Oh, that was so close right there. Campbell having to check up, causing Openchowski to check up right there. Good work by these drivers and not getting into that 33 car. Huge braking by the 52 on that last turn.
Oh, super huge. Granted, being cautious isn't a bad thing, but also can have some bad outcomes for people behind them if they're not paying attention.
Well, all that braking and checking up causes the 93 a little bit of an advantage. Reggie Evans Jr. looking to the back of the 96. 96, hard braking point right there. Not trying to get into the 52. 52, hard arching or wide arching corner right there. It's going to slow him down a little bit. Barrow finally passes the number 36. Wesley Lynch now looking to pass the 36 as well. They're going to be door to door coming into turns 1 and 2. Into that backstretch. Lynch with the advantage. Let's see if he's able to capitalize. And he is able to capitalize on that position right there. 36 falling back a little bit. Evans Jr. looking on the inside of Openchowski. Openchowski trying to find his way around that number 52 as well. Beautiful racing back here by the number 96. Doing a great job of maintaining his own lane, trying to find his way around these cars without causing a problem.
Absolutely. .33 looking on the inside of 4, trying to go for that position again. Oh, and he's going to take it.
Barrow out wide on that, giving the advantage to Wesley Lynch in the 33. Lynch is now looking at a top 10 right now. Let's see if Barrow can take that back or he's going to get overtaken by the 36 of McCabe. McCabe still maintaining that position somehow, even though he was starting to fall back a little bit. Openchowski now looking to take McCabe. Absolute incredible driving by these guys back here. The 96, the 52, the 36.
I'm just glad that we're able to keep it green.
Yeah, I knew these guys had it in them. Shake off all those cobwebs and get her moving.
Now 40 laps into a 200 lap race.
Do we have any idea of what fuel we're looking at? How many laps per stint here?
I'm not 100% on that.
Looks like Mully said power drops trying to get the house back up. Cody shouting out Benjamin Archuleta sitting up in 3rd place. Yeah, he is doing an amazing job tonight for OCS. But that's not the only OCS driver doing good. Justin Openchowski maintaining a great race at the moment. Unfortunately, we're looking for Berkmeyer to start pulling out and starting to move up the pack. after the incident earlier. Yeah, I think he wanted an open dog leg as well.
I think a lot of these drivers were hoping for the open dog leg tonight.
You know, I sort of like it. I like this racing. These guys are doing a great job. Barrow now falling back a little bit further away from that 33 car of Wesley Lynch, giving the advantage to the 96 of Justin Openchowski. Openchowski looking to run down Barrow for that 11th spot. They've now moved away from the 52 and the 93 of Reggie Evans.
And I think, Jamie, a lot of these drivers out here are probably finally coming to realization that there are quite a few laps left still. And I think they just kind of want to try to keep it as green as possible, try to get through this.
Well, with all these green flag laps, I really think that pit strategy is going to come into play. How well you can get into pits, you know, how well you can, you know, maintain the time in the pits and get out as fast as possible. We know that we've seen Jacob Malone in the past, you know, just dominate pit road. But I'm interested to see who's going to be able to do that tonight. I believe we're going to be running into our first green flag pit stop here soon. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to come out on top in pit lane for the green flag stops.
Definitely going to come down to that pit strategy, 100%.
Well, and the question is going to be, obviously they're going to get full fuel, but who's going to take the 2-tire option? Who's going to take, you know, everybody should be taking tires, at least 2 tires. But I believe, you know, a track like this with the fall off that they're going to have, I believe we're going to see more than not, most people are actually going to take all 4.
Take all 4. I'm sure we'll probably see a lot of people just take the left sides. Maybe it's all throw up. It's all going to depend. Well, hey, there we go. We got somebody coming into pits now. I just heard it on the radio.
Yeah, that's going to be Benjamin Archuleta from 3rd. He's dropping back to 5th place. We do have a car down to the bottom of the track sliding across.
Whoa!
Not sure who that was.
Spinning out.
Did he make it into the pits?
He did recover. He's pulling into the pits now.
Let's go take a look and see what happened to Shane Cochran coming into pit lane right there.
I think maybe what would have happened there is he shifted down too fast, maybe spun himself out.
Nope, 71 got into the back of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he claimed his pit entrance, right? He said he was coming in?
Who, 71?
No, Cochran.
I didn't hear I didn't hear either of them claiming. I think I heard 80, what was it, 85 come in, but I didn't hear any though.
Well, Malone comes in now, our leader, and that leaves Craighead up to the lead, but he's coming in as well.
95.
That's going to put
95.
Garrett Caswell up to the front. He is now going to be leading this race. Mama, I am sure you are happy about that. He still has to come down into pit road and make a 4-tire change, or at least a tire change. So it's going to be interesting to see where he falls back into the pack.
31 coming back out.
And as I say that, number 87, Garrett Caswell, now comes into pit lane behind Dusty Haynes, Craighead, Gallman, Openchowski, McCabe, Haynes, and Marion all into pit lane. That's going to put Wesley Lynch up front in that number 33. He's now out there leading some laps. He's going to be catching up to the number 8 of Jacob Malone that has already went into the pits. Malone on some fresh tires, I imagine. And there
33
we go.
coming down.
Caswell still into pit lane. Elliott now into pit lane.
Bell now taking on that P1 position, following up by Evans and R Lane right behind him.
Yeah, those guys are trying to get their points for leading those laps, I guarantee it. Woo! Looks like Archuleta on those fresh tires easily passes the number 52. That just goes to show you what those fresh tires can do versus old tires. Campbell still has to come down into pit lane. Number 93 of Reggie Evans, I believe, still has to come down as well. let's go ahead and check out our pit stops for tonight. It looks like Campbell, Evans, Lane, Birkmeyer, Wilson, McCabe, and Menchaca all still have to come in. Campbell now comes down into pit lane, leaving Reggie Evans, Jug Jr. up front, leading this race. Already a bunch of leader changes, man, just on this green flag pit stop alone.
Oh, I know. The position changes have been insane.
That still leaves like 5 drivers that haven't come down into pit lane, including Menchaca. Menchaca now comes down into pit lane. Scratch that. Evans, Lane, Wilson, Birkmeyer, and McCabe all still need to come down, and that's the 35 of McCabe.
That's the one thing I do like about the green stop for the pits is like you get to see those leaders change, and you get to see those other drivers out there thrive around in first place. So really nice to see the change.
It looks like the number 93 is betting on a caution to come out, but he's gonna have to come down sooner or later.
Sounds like we got 2 coming in this time around.
Yeah, I would imagine, yep, Reggie Evans Jr. coming down. Our Lane moving up to the front. Nope, our Lane also coming down in. Oh, our Lane with a lot of speed coming into pit lane. Looks like he was able to make it across the line. That leaves Logan Wilson up to first place, still happening to pit. Let's see if he's going to go ahead and lead the lap right here. But at what point, you know, staying out, does that detriment your time? You know what I mean? Because these guys on fresh tires looks like they were moving way faster than the drivers that weren't on fresh tires. So we still have Wilson, Birkmeyer, and McCabe in the 35 that still need to come down into pits. And it does look like a few drivers actually opted into 2 tires rather than 4. A lot of them, actually.
I think they're just gonna try to get the ones that are getting the most wear and tear.
Yeah, those drivers on the fresh tires, man, they are passing the ones that have not pitted yet very easily. That means they are losing a bunch
Logan
of
Wilson's
time.
still out here in first place. Sounds like he's about to be going in right now this next time around.
Yeah, I think the guys that stayed out a little bit longer were betting on that caution to come out, so that way they could come in under caution, but that is not going to happen. They are going to have to come in under green flag. They're going to lose a bunch of time to those guys on fresh tires. Birkmeyer out of pit lane now, and McCabe still into pit lane. They're the last ones to actually come down and pit. That's going to put Jacob Malone back out front of the field by 4 seconds in front of Craighead. Huge advantage goes to Malone. He's starting to catch up to a lot of these drivers. Few of them he's already lapped. Birkmeyer, McCabe, Menchaca, Marion, and Haynes all at least one lap down.
Looks like the number 4 and the number 33 linked back up.
Yeah, they came out pretty much in the same position they were, just Barrow taking that one position away, allowing Kenneth Gallman to jump up into the 10th spot. Our top 5 right now, Malone, Craighead, Archuleta, Bruce, and Marino Jr. Going into the top 10, Garrett Caswell in 6th, Kay Dunn in 7th, Opachowski in 8th, Campbell in 9th, and Gallman in 10th. Archuleta is doing a great job out here tonight at Phoenix. Maintaining that 3rd spot.
Super proud of these guys right now. Keeping it green flag for almost 40 laps now.
Yeah, I think they got a lot more in them. Luckily, well, unfortunate for Cochran, but luckily that little stint in the 71 of Gallman hitting him from behind didn't actually cause an incident. But that bumps Shane Cochran back to 17th place at the moment. Let's go ahead.
It's all right. The Ninja will have his success. He'll get back up there.
Oh, definitely. No doubt in my mind. Let's go ahead and ride around with Shane Cochran and see what he sees for the moment. We do have an onboard camera with Shane Cochran as well. He's going to be sitting
Also
back in
known
17.
as Mr. Googly Eyes.
Yeah, Mr. Googly Eyes up on the screen. A lot of turning in that wheel right there, coming around those corners. He's trying to stay out of it a little bit so he doesn't spin that car around, but there is, I'm sure, a lot of focus under those googly eyes. Well, in being a fast driver like Shane Cochran is, I'm sure he's going to find his way up there, but that puts a little bit of pressure on you trying to make your way back up through the field. He's going to be sitting behind the number 36, or actually he's behind Marion right now.
Number 11 right now, yeah.
Yeah, Marion unfortunately going to be one lap down. He's going to be fighting that lapped car to get up to the number 36 of McCabe. It looks like he
Marion
is going to make it
not
through.
having it. There we go.
Is he going to be able to maintain it? Does look like he is able to get up front of Marion and take that spot to get up into towards the 35 or the 36, excuse me. Just incredible wheel control from Shane Cochran in that number 86. And we will come back to him in a moment. But let's go ahead and get back out on the track and see what some of our better battles right now are going to be. It looks like Benjamin Archuleta down low on the number 93 of Darren Bruce, taking that position back. Darren Bruce was looking maybe he might take that position away. That's going to put Archuleta right there behind his teammate in that OCS 95 for Hunter Berkmeyer. Berkmeyer, the last guy on the lead lap at the moment. Or no, he actually is one lap down currently.
Cochran right now trying everything he can to try to stay in front of that lead car so he doesn't get lapped here.
Oh yeah, that is Jacob Malone in the number 8 right behind him. If he does go a lap down, that will be a lucky dog position for him if he can maintain it in front of him. I'm curious on how old Cochran's tires, because I think Cochran's tires are a little bit newer than Malone's. But how long is he going to be able to maintain that in front of the number 8? You know he sees him coming on the relative. That actually adds to the nerves a lot. I mean, me being behind the wheel, if I see the leader coming up behind me on the relative, man, I'm doing everything I can not to let him pass me. Dustin Haynes now maybe 4 laps down, unfortunately. Hate to see that for that number 3, getting into that incident a little earlier, having to repair some of that damage. Car looks good. He might have used that fast repair on accident.
Number 52 getting in front of that 31.
So check out this statistic. Jacob Malone was 4 seconds ahead of Craighead when we ended that green flag pit run. He is now only 0.8 seconds behind him.
He's got the speed got that speed now. Got
I
them
mean,
fresh tires on there.
Craighead is just catching him like no tomorrow. Not sure what's going on with our leader, but he has lost a lot of time. That is going to put Craighead right there behind the number 3. He is going to be diving down low, taking it from the number 3, right up behind our leader. Cameron Craighead working hard to get up front. He's gaining about 0.3 on Malone every single lap. Let's take a look and see on the pit stop strategy. Everybody all the way back to Caswell took 4 tires. So they both took 4 tires. I'm just curious what happens to that 4-second lead. Ooh, Craighead up into the wall a little bit, follows the number 8 up there.
I think we got a little bit of a rivalry between this 1 and 8 here. Got a lot of sarcastic comments coming over the radio from them too. Not as of the moment, but
Well, it looks like that Craighead isn't gaining as much time as he was, but man, Shane Cochran's still maintaining up in front of that leader, not trying to get lapped.
he is not trying to give up that position.
Well, and the problem is he's going to be causing dirty air and a little bit of a slowdown for Jacob Malone. If Jacob Malone can't figure out how to get around Shane Cochran, he is going to lose a little more time to Craighead.
And that can also be a contributing factor on how Craighead has just been able to push up and get so close to Malone. As Cochran's been kind of holding him there. Not giving up that position in which, as long as he's doing it safe, not a problem with that.
Yeah, Craighead is right up behind the leader. He is only going to be about 0.3 behind him now. Ooh, Jacob Malone having to slow up for the 86 right there.
Not sure what happened there. It looked like he was kind of getting a little sideways for a second.
Oh, 32 up into the wall, rides the wall around 1 and 2. He's able to maintain it and get out of the wall. He's doing fine now.
Cameron Craighead right on the back end of Jacob Malone now.
Hunter Berkmeyer down into pit lane. It looks like he's jumped to the pits. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, the 95 was given a drive-through penalty for 10 furled black flags for violating the dogleg rule.
Oh, that sucks.
Man, that is unfortunate.
Looks like Reggie Evans coming out of the pits as well. He
Cameron Craighead cutting down low.
Oh! Craighead's caught up to our leader. Looking down on the inside right there. Almost making contact with Jacob Malone. Backs out of it so nothing happens.
He's really trying to get underneath of him.
Incredible driving by the number 1. Shane Cochran still maintaining up there. McCabe up into the wall with that 36. 86 is diving down low. Cameron Craighead nose to tail with the number 8 coming around that corner. Oh, the 93 of Reggie Evans breaks loose and heads down underneath the dogleg. And our first caution comes out in a while. I believe that's going to relate to that incident with Reggie Evans. Craighead just not able to make it happen, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and get with Reggie Evans and see what happened there. I believe that's actually what did it. Yeah, he cut loose.
Yeah, it doesn't look like at a first sight that it just looks like a self-spin. He didn't make contact with anybody, it looks like.
Good job at not hitting the wall and maintaining making sure that he didn't come up out onto the track. Wow, good job, Reggie Evans, by not making it worse.
Recovery. Definitely a good recovery.
Oh, 100%. Now the question is now that it's all broken up, who's going to come down into pit lane, who's not? It looks like all of our leaders.
All the leaders.
Everybody but Barrow. Barrow is still out on the track. I'm not sure if he missed it or not.
Oh, Jacob Malone just saying over the radio he sped apparently for the pit, so he may have a black flag now.
I don't see one for him, but that's going to put Barrow up front for the lead. The number 4. As these guys race off pit lane.
Oh, maybe not.
Looks like Craig had just lost a position to Logan Wilson coming off of pit lane right there. Marino Jr. now up to 4th. Garrett Caswell up to 5th. Benjamin Archuleta. Oh, nope. It looks like Archuleta up to 5th. Caswell up to 6th. Barrow now coming down into pit lane. I know what he was doing. He was leading that lap. What's up?
I'm just listening to some of the chatter from these drivers. It's cracking me up.
Yeah, it looks like Malone dropped back to 13th. That's going to put Logan Wilson in the 76 up front for the lead. He's going to fight it out with Cameron Craighead in that number 1. Lights are off the pace car. Pace car's diving off the track.
Pace car's in.
Wow, that pit stop really shook up this top 10.
Yep, and everybody's going to be on them fresh tires now. If anybody that went in, definitely going to be on them fresh tires, so they're going to have the advantage now.
The car's still catching up to the back of the pack here as we come around 3 and 4. The green flag is actually at the top of 4, I believe.
Here we go.
Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to fighting here at Phoenix for the Desert Discipline 200. These guys are going to be grouped back up together. Looks like Cameron Craighead trying to take the charge. Car up into the wall back there. Kenneth Gallman.
Oh, and it goes out for another caution.
Gallman into the wall hard. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage right there. Let's go take a look and see what happened. Ooh, weird breaking point right there. Getting 86 getting a little contact. 71 just not able to recover it.
Oh, I don't know.
That was a strong breaking point right there. I'm not 100% sure.
Looks like 71
barely tapped him.
Brake checked up on 86. 86 went into the back of him.
Yeah, but I'm not sure who they're gonna call that one on actually.
I'm not sure that we could
Tough one.
really call that. If anything, I'd probably just call it a racing incident, but
I mean, it looked like, because he barely tapped him, but it didn't get him loose or anything. He just went straight up into the wall.
yeah, I'm not sure.
I was going to say, it looks like a difference of braking zones between the 71 and the 86, and the 86 braking later than the 71 sent the 71 into the wall. Don't necessarily know that that's the 86's fault, but...
Yeah, we'll take one more look at it real quick.
I'm not really entirely sure what caused the 71 to just go straight up and stop on the track either, but...
Well, I can imagine he probably didn't want to cause a problem, but it could be to bring out the caution itself. I mean, That is a tough one. I mean, there was barely any contact between the 86. It's not like he just ran him
No,
over.
it was kind of just like a tap.
One more time. I want to take a look one more time.
One.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, regardless, it looks like we're going to be back out here. Green flag racing. Lights are off the pace car. Pace car is about to dive off the track. Logan Wilson, Cameron Craighead once again going to battle it out for the front.
See what we got. Let's see what they got.
Archuleta looking like he wants to dive it. He's just wiggling back and forth, warming them tires up.
To that restart zone.
It's just so weird because the restart zone is actually on a curve right here. If you catch it too early, you are going to spin 76 with a decent jump. That's going to put the number 48 right there in second place, right in front of Cameron Craighead. Craighead trying to look to get it back. They're going to be to, woo! That was, the Archuleta going around.
Archuleta. Oh, he recovered it. Oh, but
What?
still caution. Still caution.
He recovered that?
Yes, he did. He was able to recover.
No freaking way. That's going to be the recovery of the night right there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm almost sad about that one, to be honest with you.
Wow. He drove the crap out of that car right there just now.
Very happy about the recovery. Unfortunately, iRacing just...
That was an incredible save by the number 51 of Archuleta. Well, as these guys come into the pits for our 5th caution of the night, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these messages.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Forward and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Tri-oval side by side. In this GEC league, there's nowhere to White flag need a perfect lap. All gas, no brakes to close that gap. Checkered waves in the race is won. Another battle is over and done. Cheers to the booth, hope you like the show. Victory lane is all I
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back out on the track here at Phoenix for the Desert Discipline 200. As we seen that last incident, Archuleta with a beautiful save right there. Green flag is already out, guys. We are back racing. Wilson with a decent start, side by side with the number 48 of Craighead Marino Jr. Oh, two cars are sideways.
Sideways. He recovers. He recovers.
No way. Both of them recovered?
Oh, and 2 takes out the 39 for our 6th caution of the night.
Oh, that pushes Barrow underneath the pit lane here. Darren Bruce and R Lane getting involved right there. The 39 and the number 2.
Fortunately, that recovery just leading into him, unfortunately, taking out the 39 there.
Yeah, that one's crazy right there, because the 2 recovers that off of the 52. 52 gets back up straight again.
Also recovered.
But it looks like that's unfortunately going to be on the number 2 car for coming back up onto the track into the number 39. 39, not any damage, but there is some damage on that number 2 of R Lane, unfortunately. That was a crazy turn of events right there. I believe that is going to be on the number 2, excluding the prior incident with the 52. 52 getting the number 2 lose. 2 and 52 both recover. But unfortunately, the 2 comes back out onto the track into the 39 of Darren Bruce. Looks like Dunn, Bruce, Campbell, McCabe, Archuleta, Cochran, Lane, and Evans all down into pit lane. Ooh, Craighead almost underneath that commitment line right there. You cannot go under that commitment line and come back out onto the track. I'm not sure if that is going to be a penalty for the number 1 for that little fakie right there. He's going to have to be careful with that. It said Barrow crashed. What happened to Barrow? Doesn't look like he's got any damage on that number 4. It's going to be for Outlaw Performance, sitting back in 17th, unfortunately. Cochran, lucky he was able to save the leaders from jumping up in front of him. He's back up to 15th place in that number 86, down 10 spots tonight. Pace car diving back off the track. Logan Wilson and Cameron Craighead gonna fight it out again. These guys are gonna have to focus. We're already halfway done with this race. Still almost 100, a little over 100 laps to go. A little over 100 laps to go, I should say. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, coming around 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Incredible restart by our leaders. Logan Wilson still able to maintain, but it does look like he is going to have Cameron Craighead on his outside. Can Craighead capitalize?
3 wide, 52, 85, 36.
Let's go back and take a look. Wow, 4 wide coming out of the front stretch right there. And as these guys are grouped up, they're going to have to be really careful driving around the other drivers. They're not single file anymore. Everybody's going to be on mostly fresh tires. They're going to have to really watch what they're doing.
Cameron Craighead coming down into the pits.
Really? He doesn't have any damage. What is going on there?
not sure exactly why he came down into pits.
It was a drive-through penalty. Yeah, he got hit with a drive-through.
Oh, okay.
He's coming back out.
Also, looking at chat right now, looks like Jay Barrow and D. Haynes both manually disconnecting.
What?
Both out of the race currently.
Why?
Sure, let me go back and take a look at, see if anything happened to him. Alright. Race control, can we?
Craighead coming back down into the pits again. And that's Craighead gone.
Craighead being disqualified.
For what?
He was getting very I don't know what to say, aggressive over the radio with race control, rather than simmering down as implied.
Really unfortunate, man. He was doing a great job. He completed his drive-through. What did he have the drive-through for?
He did say before that his race was over anyway. He was just being very voicey about things.
Yeah, I'm quite curious. Because he was battling for the lead. He really was. I don't know why he thought his race was over. I mean, I don't know why he got the drive-through also.
I think something happened between him and Garrett Caswell on the track. Something that must have caused some damage to Craighead.
Well, really unfortunate, man, because he was super fast out on the track, looking to take the lead from Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson now up front by over a second on Jacob Malone. Jacob Malone now catching back up. And we have another caution out. Marino Jr., something going on with him.
Come back. Let's take a look at that.
Marino Jr. pulling down to the bottom of the... No. Malone just pulled to the bottom of the track.
Malone... Yeah, that was pretty obvious there. Malone has the 48 in the 8 car coming around. Malone kind of just bumped him, sent him on his way, which brought out that caution.
Those cars doing a great job of avoiding that number 48. 48, good recovery. Unfortunate turn of events. A lot of our faster drivers just getting into problems tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that is gonna be on Malone, and if it is, he's gonna have to come down for a drive-through into pit lane. That's going to put Benjamin Archuleta up front because Logan Wilson is now pitted. How did Wilson? Oh, I was about to say. A lot of drivers coming down into the pits. Dunn, Bruce, Gallman, Wilson.
Quickly bounce out of the booth. I'll be right back.
10-4. Just an incredible turn of events here at Phoenix. We already have 4 drivers that are now out of the race. Craighead, Barrow, Haynes, and Birkmeyer all out of the race. We still right under half left. Something going on with Malone as well. Looks like he's just dropping to the back of the pack. Really unfortunate to see for some of these drivers, but good news for Benjamin Archuleta. He is going to be up in the front here, starting off with Shane Cochran in that number 86 on the outside. Problems with Shane Cochran almost going a lap down like 20-30 laps ago, but finding himself back up into second place. Campbell right there behind Cochran in fourth, and McCabe in that 36 right behind Archuleta. Now, mind you, some of these drivers are definitely on older tires. Archuleta, Cochran, McCabe, and Campbell all on older tires, as well as Art Lane. The only one up towards the front is Logan Wilson that actually just went down into pit lane. He got fresh tires. Logan Wilson looks like he took fuel only. So he is on 13-lap old tires, just like everybody else. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag's about to come out. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here at Phoenix. Already has been an amazing Desert Discipline 200. These guys are doing a great job out here. Benjamin Archuleta with a commanding lead over the number 86 of Shane Cochran. Beautiful start by Archuleta. Archuleta has been fast all night with some of the other faster drivers dropping off. He's going to go ahead and take advantage and lead some laps out here. Let's see if he can maintain that lead. He's now up 0.7 seconds on Shane Cochran. Archuleta is definitely doing very well tonight. We still got a bunch of cars that are 2x2. A lot of fresh tires out there. Oh, we got a car almost going around right there, but he's able to maintain it. That looked like Reggie Evans Jr. And the caution comes out. Looks like something to do with Michael Menchaca, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, just stopping on the track like that is not good. That is always going to bring it out right there. Not sure what happened to Menchaca beforehand. Let's see if we can go take a look at what happened before that had happened. Looks like something between him and Marion. Him and Marion get in it. I wonder why no caution came out for that. That causes Menchaca to come down into the pits. Marion just having a bunch of trouble tonight, unfortunately. Let's check out and see how many leaders we've had in this race. Woo! Almost, yeah, 9 different leaders in this race alone. Jacob Malone with 63 laps, Logan Wilson with 26, Darren Bruce with 11, Archuleta with 7, Evans 3, Campbell with 2, Lynch, Caswell, and Craighead all with 1 lap. We've already seen a few of those drivers being taken out, unfortunately. Not sure if Menchaca is going to come back out or not. Getting those tires changed after that tow. Didn't look like he wasn't able to control the vehicle. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back out, unfortunately. Marion catching a black flag right there as well. I believe that's going to be a drive-through penalty for that last incident. Archuleta, Cochran, Openchowski, McCabe. They're going to go to war here on this last restart. 85 laps to go here at Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. See if Archuleta can get that big jump like he got last time. Green flag is out. Archuleta definitely getting a huge jump right there on the number 86 of Shane Cochran. Shane Cochran allowing the 36 to get underneath him. Even Openchowski is approaching underneath for third place. Two of those OCS drivers up into the top 5. Looks like Marino Jr. has battled his way back up to the top 10 as well. He's going to be one of the other fast drivers out here tonight, crossing over on Reggie Evans Jr., or sorry, Cade Dunn. And Garrett Caswell right on his tail. Garrett Caswell now up to 10th place. Marino Jr. on the inside of Cade Dunn. Is he going to be able to capitalize on that? They're going to be fighting to get up to Wesley Lynch. Lynch up into 7th.
All right, I'm back.
Yes, sir. Interesting few turn of events in the last couple cautions.
Yes, in and out of the race.
Well, and as people get heated, it is going to happen, unfortunately.
I'll talk to you after about it, but yeah.
No worries. Little under 80 laps to go here at Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Marino Jr. charging forward. He's now back up into 8th place. Wesley Lynch on the outside of Shane Cochran, looking to see if he can make a pass. Just not able to make it happen. Shane Cochran's maintaining his position. They're going to be door-to-door coming out of 3 and 4. Still side by side with the 33 and the 86. They're going to still fight it out. That's going to slow Marino Jr. up a little bit on his charge forward. Looks like Wesley Lynch just able to maintain that position a little in front of the 86. 86 has got some new problems. He's got Jacob Malone down low.
Or Jacob Malone down low. He got 87 right behind him. Cutting in on him. Oh, they're boxing him in.
Oh, 87, or yeah, the 77 of Garrett Caswell just barely making contact with the 86, almost getting him loose. He's able to recover and maintain the green flag. Now it's going to be Malone right behind Marino Jr. Marino Jr. Malone charging back forward to the front of the pack. Benjamin Archuleta is still currently our leader. Justin Openchowski now taking 2nd place. He's up 20 spots. He's going to be right behind his teammate, Benjamin Archuleta, for OCS. OCS 1st and 2nd. Still fighting hard. Shane Cochran back here in the 86, looking to chase down Marino and Malone. Marino looking on the inside of the number 36 of McCabe. Malone following closely behind. Looks like Marino Jr. taking that position away from the number 36. Marino Jr. is now back up into 6th place. Malone in his 7th. Woo, a little bit of contact between Marino and Malone right there. They're still able to keep the green flag out. McCabe making those arching turns. That's going to give the advantage to the number 86. 86 of Shane Cochran going to be side by side and taking that position away from McCabe as well. Garrett Caswell on a hard charge towards the front, right behind the number 86. Incredible racing back here by Garrett Caswell to maintain position. He's back up into the top 10. Wesley Lynch still fighting it out with Jacob Malone right there. Looks like Marion Jr. gets up into the wall.
A bit there.
Like I was saying a minute ago, we seen Cochran almost going a lap down, fighting for his life in front of Malone like 40, 50 laps ago. Now we're seeing him up towards the front. He's now back up in the 8th place.
Cochran looking down low on Lynch, getting ahead
7th.
here.
And he makes it happen. Cochran is on the move as well. Makes the pass on Wesley Lynch in that number 33. Looks like Malone and Marion Jr. still fighting it out. Advantage goes to Malone as he takes the pass for top 5.
Yep.
Absolutely incredible driving out here. Menchaca now comes back out onto the track. I was not expecting him to come back out. Glad to see him back out on the track. Super happy he was able to get all that fixed. Just really unfortunate incident between him and Marino or Marion. See, now you got me mixing them up.
Sorry. The names are just so close.
Well, a name that isn't close is Gallman up into 4th, in a little bit of trouble with the number 8 right behind him. Openchowski now in 1st place, leading this race with almost a second on 2nd place. OCS is still in the lead, but it is no longer Benjamin Archuleta. Archuleta drops to 3rd, fighting for 2nd with Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce has been extremely fast all night long.
He's been pretty fast this entire season so far. I mean, just the last few races, he's always been in that top 3.
Man, Marino Jr. catches that wall almost every time. I'm not seeing any damage on that car. Well, great job by Justin Openchowski taking the lead out here tonight.
Currently 130, going into 138 laps here. We're at a 200 lap race.
Yeah, with almost, what, 3/4 of this race finished, we've seen amazing driving coming out of the Cup Series tonight. Oh, 2 goes down low, gets into, it looks like Reggie Evans Jr. Or no, K. Dunn.
No caution right now.
Yeah, they both
Able to
maintained it.
recover it.
Yeah, they both maintained it. Good job by K. Dunn. K. Dunn looking at the back of Garrett Caswell. Garrett Caswell now in 9th place, up a position from when we seen him last. Let's check out some of our biggest movers of the night. Justin Openchowski in first, up 21 spots for the night. Congratulations, doing a great job. Wesley Lynch up 14 spots in 7th. Marion up 8 spots in 15th. Garrett Caswell up 4 spots in 9th. And Gallman also 4 spots in 5th. Let's go ahead and check out some of the fastest laps on the track. Darren Bruce with the fastest lap on track right now with a 26.25, followed up by Jacob Malone with a 26.31, Logan Wilson with a 26.32. Craig had 26.45, unfortunately isn't in the race, and Archuleta 26.45 as well. Archuleta still maintaining 3rd place right behind Darren Bruce. And as I say that, unfortunately gets passed by Jacob Malone. Jacob Malone's making a hard push up towards the front. Getting a little bump from Archuleta right there. Archuleta up into the wall. Openchowski's still our leader, but getting chased down by Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce in that 39 has been a hard push all night.
86 of Cochran calling out. He's going to be pitting here. Looks like Archuleta also coming down to pits.
Oh yeah, Archuleta just came in. And Cochran both. Now, I wonder, I'm curious if that's an early pit stop. No, it must not be because there's somebody else coming in now, and that's Jay Marion. He's also going to be on the lead lap. Openchowski fighting for his life. The 39 is right behind him. He's now lost that 2nd lead. He's going to have to just maintain his line and not let it get to him. Darren Bruce still not quite there yet.
Looks like Archuleta was able to get out before Cochran.
Really? Yeah, definitely was. Oh, Darren Bruce into Openchowski a little bit, getting Openchowski loose, pushing him up the track. Openchowski gets into the wall. Not good for Openchowski, and he still maintains that lead somehow.
Darren Bruce looking low. Try to take him from underneath here.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do it with that sharp turn like that. Maybe. They're side by side for the lead. Darren Bruce trying to take it away from Openchowski. It does look like he is able to do it.
Looks like he was able to.
Yeah, that's incredible
Nice.
driving right there by both the 96 and the number 39. But that is going to...
being able to keep it out of each other.
Well, and you got to think, Mason, that's going to cause a real big issue because now they've lost enough time for Malone to catch back up. Malone is right there behind both of them.
Only 0.9 seconds behind the leader right now.
Also, Malone has led the most laps in this race.
Come on, Cochran. Need you to get some more spots, buddy.
Yeah, they must have had a really early pit stop because not a lot of these other guys are coming in yet. looks like the whole top 15. Well, everybody down to McCabe. So the top 11 have not pitted yet. And they got about 40 laps each of them on those tires. Some of them with only 34.
Do you know how many laps did we get a full tank?
I was thinking it's
You're
probably
on the
around 43 maybe. Maybe 45 at the most.
Another car coming down in the pit. I don't know who that was. Looks like Cade Dunn. Dunn coming down.
Yeah, it definitely was. Cade Dunn in the number 31 coming down into pit lane for Dirty South Racing. But these leaders, they're still not coming in. It looks like Malone just edging out Openchowski barely right there, coming out of 3 and 4. Able to get up in front of him to chase down Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce now 1.4 seconds ahead somehow. He's gained a whole second on these guys since the last we looked at them. But they're all going to have to come down into the pits. It's going to come down to, do they have the strategy against Malone to get in and out as fast as possible? I'm just not sure. Mama Caswell is doing amazing. He is up into 7th place currently. It does look like he still has to come down into the pits, so it is going to shake things up a little bit. But he's in the top 10 all night. We got Darren Bruce now coming down in. Gallman and Lynch as well.
'96 Openchowski, yep, coming in as well.
Is Openchowski finally coming in?
Yep, just called it in. Just pitting this time around.
Yeah, Darren Bruce was our leader. That's going to put Malone back up front. Openchowski now coming down. It looks like... Is Malone going to come down? That's going to put Garrett Caswell up into 3rd place. Marino Jr. into 2nd. Malone is maintaining 1st.
Malone asking Marino how much fuel he's got left in that car. He said he's not answering.
I bet he's not.
He told Malone to go down to the pit so he could lead a lap.
They got Marion still in between them as well. Malone does not look like he's coming into the pit lane. Let's see. 41 laps on everybody down to McCabe. So the top 5 or 6 still need to come down into pits. I'm just curious. Oh, it looks like Malone was going to come down, but he did not. Marion diving down low, passing our leader.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
But he is still, unfortunately, going to be a lap down. Yeah, these guys are at 43 laps. Like I said, maybe 45 at the most.
Number 87 pitting in this time.
Yeah, Marino Jr. also in the 48 coming down. Still got a few drivers that need to come down into pit lane, but Malone is not having it. But again, Mason, like I said before, how much time are you willing to lose to stay out, right? Because if all these other guys have pitted, you're going to lose that lap time on those when those guys have fresher tires trying to catch up to you. But it does look like the number 8 is coming down into pit lane now. That's going to put Logan Wilson up front. But Logan Wilson also coming down with Reggie Evans Jr. And Richard
Who's that
Elliott.
leave out front?
Well, right now it's looking like the number 35 of McCabe is going to jump up to the front. Yeah, McCabe is definitely just led a lap right there.
Yep, Jay McCabe.
He's the only one other than Richard Elliott, and Elliott's already in pit lane, so it's looking like they're getting maximum of 45 laps on a set of, or on a full tank of gas.
McCabe and the number 35 coming in this time now as well.
Well, Archuleta pitting 16 laps ago with Shane Cochran. They knew that they were going to have to pit again anyway.
Puts Archuleta back out front.
It does. Archuleta back out front, but Darren Bruce hot on his tail in that number 39.
Darren Bruce definitely feeling like he wants that first place this time around. The last two races, he's come in second place, and he's really wanting that first place this time.
It looked like he was easily going to take it, but they went back side by side again. Darren Bruce now moves up to the lead in front of Archuleta. That's going to put Shane Cochran back in third. Openchowski in fourth. Campbell in fifth. That puts Malone all the way back to 11th.
I just hear you say Shane Cochran's up in third.
Shane Cochran up in third place. He was battling for his life in the middle of the race, and then all of a sudden he's up to third place.
That's what those green stop pits can do, man. They shake it up, shake and bake it.
Well, and now the question is, because there's 45 laps on a tank, right? We have 38 laps left. How many of these drivers are going to be able to not have to pit again, right?
They're going to have to really try to reserve their fuel, but still at the same time try to stay out front. Try to keep their position, and not everybody can do it, and it's going to be hard. And they're going to have a whole lot of prayers going down right now.
I don't
Otherwise,
disagree.
you're going to run out of fuel.
I don't disagree because right now, as it stands, Malone, Wilson, Caswell, Elliott, and Marino Jr., maybe Openchowski, they might be able to make it to the end of this race without another pit stop.
Bruce just pushing hard right now. He is just flying away from Archuleta right now.
Yeah, he is absolutely putting the moves in.
2.3 seconds ahead of him and still climbing.
In all honesty, Mason, I think this is going to come down to a fuel run. I really do. I think it's going to come down to that
It's
pit.
going to be a fuel run.
I think it's going to come down to that pit strategy.
Archuleta looking like he's having a little bit of trouble with his car there. Not quite able to make it around some of these turns without getting up towards that wall.
Man, I swear that
2.7 now. 2.8. 2.9.
Wow.
3. Wow.
Almost
He is
3-1.
just flying around that track.
Yeah, he's
I
trying
don't know where
to,
he got his speed from, but he's moving.
he's trying to create so much of a gap that it's not going to matter.
He's also got to play it careful though, because if he runs that, if he's running that car that hard, he's going to run out of fuel faster, especially running alone.
Well, and he's going to have to worry about, like I said, fuel. If it comes down to a possible late caution or, if it does, God forbid, come down to green flag, he's got to battle the guys that, don't have to come back in for fuel. And there are a few of them.
Oh, definitely. All those people that pitted a couple laps ago, they're going to be set till the end of the race.
Shane Cochran trying to fight off the number 48, just not able to make it happen. Shane Cochran on a little bit of an older tire than the 80s, than the 48 and the number 8, able to pass him. They're coming up right now on Openchowski as we speak. Openchowski gonna hold him off as long as he possibly can. He's got his teammate of Archuleta right up in front of him, about 1.5 seconds. But he's got some problems.
Right behind Archuleta, we have McCabe right now. Looking like he is a lap car, being in 15th position at this moment.
Marino Jr. now side by side with Openchowski. Openchowski running into some lap traffic there of Marion. Still able to maintain in front of Malone, but Marino Jr. is going to get the advantage and take that position away. Marino Jr. now up to third. Even though these guys pitted late, they're still moving through the field very quickly.
This is an interesting one. I just heard on the radio that Cochran is once again going in for a pit.
Yeah, this is going to be Cochran's last pit stop. He knows that he has to do it. But the problem also we see is Darren Bruce is falling off. Darren Bruce is losing a bunch of time to Benjamin Archuleta. Is he trying to ease up on the fuel? I don't think even if he did, he would make it. But he's lost almost 1.5 seconds on Archuleta in third. But you can't lose that much right now, because behind Archuleta is sitting the 48 and the number 8. 48 running into some lap traffic
as
well.
an interesting play for Cochran. As I mean, he just had a green stop pit not too long ago.
Yeah, but this is going to fuel him up for the end of the race, and now he has fresh tires. I mean, it's not a bad strategy, especially when he decided to pit. Again, I don't know if that early pit stop is really going to screw them towards the end, because Marino Jr. and Malone both are going to be able to complete this race without pitting again.
Bruce losing all that ground he gained. He's got multiple cars behind him now. Campbell into the wall, riding around the track, on the wall, back off the wall.
Yeah, he has a little bit of damage on the front right fender of that car. He's going to want to be careful up against the wall. He must have hit it pretty freaking hard. I imagine he would have wheel damage.
He got up on it and started riding around on it. I don't think he could get off. Sucked him up.
Marino Jr. now passing Darren Bruce for the lead. Darren Bruce unfortunately falling back very quickly. Marino Jr. has taken the lead away, but Malone's still behind Openchowski.
Man, how did he lose that massive lead he had? He had like a 3-second lead.
I mean, it was either a mistake or he's trying to save fuel. But again, I don't know. I don't think he can save as much fuel as he needs to make it happen.
Like the 96 and the 8s sneaking up. 96 trying to battle out Bruce for that spot.
Openchowski holding up Malone. That's given an advantage to Marino Jr. of staying out front. Openchowski still maintaining second.
That puts Bruce down into P4 now.
Not really where you want to be if you're Darren Bruce at the moment. Only 20 laps to go here at Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the last leg of this race. Let's see if they can do it with a green flag. Just incredible driving by these guys tonight, man. We've seen some amazing saves. Openchowski putting on a gap to Malone right now. Openchowski's still up in second, up 20 spots. I just want to check and see. Yeah, Openchowski, he might be able to make the end of the race too. No, I don't think he can.
Oh.
Ooh, that was
sideways,
close.
but recovered.
That was super close right there with Caswell and Gallman. Gallman on those fresh tires. Cochran also on fresh tires, trying to move his way back up through the front.
Cochran coming up fast.
And Obuchowski is still holding Malone off. Just incredible driving by that 96 car tonight. And there is his teammate Benjamin Archuleta coming up through the pack as well. Ooh, locking it up.
Sick of Wilson looking down low on both of them.
Can he do it? He
Looks
does.
like he was able to pull it off. Wow.
That was incredible.
It was a beautiful pass.
Logan Wilson only 3.5 seconds behind our leader. I don't know, man. This is this is
Aaron Bruce
incredible.
coming into that corner a little too fast. I think causing him to check up and go up towards the wall a little bit, losing a lot of speed.
Yeah, that's going to put Darren Bruce in the 39 back to 6th place, unfortunately.
Archuleta coming into pit.
Yeah, these guys are realizing that they're not going to be able to make it to the end of this race with only 15 laps to go. Who is going to have to come in and pit and who is not? That is going to be the question.
Cochran might have had the right idea by coming into pit that time that he did. Because if these guys have to go in, it very well could be his race.
Well, and not only that, that puts Cochran in the lucky dog position. Cochran is going to be the first person to lap down at the moment, so if it does come out, he will be the one to go around. But who else is going to have to pit? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know who's going to make it on fuel and who's not. Marino Jr., Openchowski, and Malone are going to be cutting it real close.
Cochran is a lap down. Okay.
Well, we know for a fact Cochran doesn't have to come back in. Let's check the pits again. So with 11 laps to go, that's going to put Marino Jr. at 42, Openchowski at 46. Oh my God. He is going to be cutting it so close.
Doing some super fuel save right now.
He's going to be cutting it real close if he makes it to the end. If anything, he's going to be a half a lap short. I hope he makes it all the way to the end. Malone definitely going to make it. That's only going to put him at 41. Logan Wilson also going to make it. Darren Bruce even at 36. I think that's what he was doing. He was saving fuel to make it to the end of the race without another pit stop. I know it for a fact. Garrett Caswell now moves up to 6th place. Garrett Caswell with 32 laps out, so he's going to make it. Openchowski and Darren Bruce, it's going to be cutting it real close with those guys. I'm hoping that they're going to be able to make it. Openchowski now 1.2 seconds ahead of Jacob Malone. Marino Jr. still out front by a second. Marino Jr. just taking it home right now. 9 laps to go here at Phoenix for the Desert Discipline 200. Cochran side by side with Malone. He's trying to battle his way away from a lap down. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it done, but that is going to put Shane Cochran up to 9th place. Benjamin Archuleta still in 10th. Malone just falling back. Actually, he's moving forward on Openchowski. Openchowski might be saving.
Low. Oh, 86 into the 96.
That's going to bring out a caution, ladies and gentlemen. You said the 86 into the 96?
Yeah, 80. Hold on, let me go back and take a quick look. Yeah, 80. It looked to me 86 into the 96. And then 96 went right into Archuleta as well, taking him out.
2 OCS drivers involved in that. Man, I hope that doesn't mean trouble for the number 86. But 96 doing an incredible job of keeping up in 2nd place. Unfortunately, we were 6 laps away from finishing this race, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a battle off of pit lane. Everybody looks like they're coming in.
Yeah,
Logan Wilson's staying out.
Unfortunately. Back a little bit more.
So as it stands right now, we're going to have less than 5 laps to go, and it looks to me
It's a tough one.
like
I don't
McCabe.
know. This,
It does look like Cochran.
to me, it looks like Cochran came up a little too much and just clipped the back end. Because if you watch that black line.
That's going to shake up this race. Pace car is going to be off. Logan Wilson up front with Richard Elliott. McCabe and Marion Jr. right behind him. Openchowski in 5th. Malone in 6th. This is going to be heated at the end, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have 3 laps to go. They're going to have to accomplish 2 laps before the white flag comes out and no more cautions. Green flag is out. Logan Wilson with a hard charge right there. Tensions are high. Oh, Marion Jr. and Richard Elliott out into the outside wall. Openchowski hits the wall as well.
What all happened there?
That, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be the end of this race. Let's go back and take a look at what happened there.
Looks like they went 3 wide. The 87, the 48, and the 02. Fortunately, it looks like the 96 hit the 87 and just caused a chain reaction.
Here, let's change views right here. We're gonna go to far chase and look at that one more time.
I was also seeing the 96 come down and tap the rear, the 87 second on the back.
Yep. Just kind of caused a chain reaction from there.
Yeah, that is actually what happened right there. Not good. Not good at all, unfortunately, for Openchowski. That is going to be his first incident. He's going to have to drop to the back of the lead lap, which is going to be in, I believe, 10th or 11th. Logan Wilson, I believe, is going to go ahead and win this race, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish it under green flag, but we are going to finish it here at Phoenix for the Desert Discipline 200. Logan Wilson taking the win in the number 76, just on a gamble, staying out, not going into pits, with the 35 of McCabe behind him and Jacob Malone right there in third place. Garrett Caswell so close to the podium, mama. So close. He was finished in fourth place. Richard Elliott, Darren Bruce, and Kenneth Gallman to round out. Incredible racing here at Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with your driver interviews. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with your podium drivers coming out of an amazing race here at Phoenix. Just a heated battle right there at the end. Unfortunately, not able to finish on a green flag, but it doesn't matter for Logan Wilson because he decided not to come into pits. Great decision. In all honesty, I'll tell you, man, amazing race, guys. We'll go ahead and start off with Logan Wilson. Logan, what's going through your mind?
I can't believe that nobody pull off better run off that restart you get to my outside. I made it not required left side tires, so I tires stop at
You're breaking up. It's actually real intermittent.
how's this?
That's perfect.
Okay, I was surprised that nobody off that last start on fresh tires to get I guess both cars behind or had
Nope,
the same.
still cutting out.
That's so weird.
Come back.
It wasn't as bad as the other mic, but
You want us to come back to you?
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right, no worries. We'll go ahead and move on to our second place driver. It is 35. It's Josh McCabe, right?
Well, you had a 50% chance, and you got it wrong there, buddy.
I knew it. I knew it. My bad. My bad. Jason McCabe up in the booth for a podium in the number 35 for McCabe Esports, coming out of an incredible race, man. Tell me what's going through your mind.
I still don't even know how I'm here. Lap one, I got involved in that wreck, and I was on the back of the pack the entire race, so I just kept it easy, tried to stay out of the wrecks, and I just didn't have the speed, man. I don't know if I just couldn't dial in my brake bias or brake settings or what. I just did not have the speed, so I just tried to go to a different pit strategy than everyone else. And towards the end, it worked out in my favor. I had one lap of fuel left, and those guys were saving. When I saw that caution, I thought I was over, but I just decided to gamble and stay out. And Logan and I somehow, I think he and I are the only cars that stayed out, and we got 1-2.
Well, either way, you guys did an amazing job tonight. Very, very hard race. Not very many cautions, so you guys did an incredible job on the drive. But just right there towards the end, unfortunately, we ran into a couple issues. But man, I'll tell you, I can't be happier with what you guys were doing out on the track tonight. And congratulations for coming up into the podium. I know it's got to feel good to be up here. I haven't had many chances to talk to you this season, but incredible driving, man. Really, seriously.
I appreciate it, Jamie. Thanks for all you do up in the booth and race control and everyone part of GEC.
Absolutely, man. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Of course, I gotta thank my teammates, my brother Josh, and of course Brad. He couldn't make it tonight. He's on vacation, so shout out to him. We miss him, but he'll be back next week. And yeah, I leaned on him heavy this week because I had no time to practice up until just the practice before the race. So um, luckily they helped me out a little bit, and we got a podium out of the deal. So thanks to all my teammates over here at McCabe Sports.
Well, either way, man, good job. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you out next week.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right, as we move on to our third place driver, somebody we've talked to a lot this season is Jacob Malone. Jacob Malone, tell me what's going through your mind after a race like this.
I'm glad it's over.
I bet.
Started off kind of decent, got to an early lead, and even with a lot of yellows, there was kind of just, I don't even really remember the first stint that much. Second stint, I got caught up behind lap cars, and the dirty air with the setup is just horrendous, and I ruined my right front, and I just got stuck. But after we kind of had that little reset, and we had that end run coming before the green white checkered. I was good on fuel. I was going to make it. I don't know about the first two. Would have been interesting. Definitely a fuel scenario. Logan was catching me. I knew he had full fuel to make it too, so it would have been very interesting with that in those regards. And then the yellow came out. I took 2 tires. I chose to take tires over track position, and they wrecked in the tribal. So it was interesting. Congrats to Logan. It's awesome to see my old teammate win. I feel bad though because I had a lot of run-ins with people this race. This was not a cleaner race of mine, especially with Marino. I really feel bad about that one. There's a few drivers I don't feel bad about running into them, but mainly drivers like that, I want to apologize to.
Well, and we were curious, because coming into that last green flag pit stop of how many people came in too early to make it through the whole race without having to come back in. We knew you and Marino Jr. were going to be able to make it. Just an unfortunate ending for him right there. But I'll tell you, incredible strategy by you guys coming through and not having to come into the pits again. I can't be prouder of the way you guys raced tonight. It was an awesome race to watch and an awesome race to commentate for. Just congratulations, man. You guys did a great job.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Of course, my team, Outlaw Motorsports. It's awesome racing with them. It's a lot of fun. Outlaw Performance, actually. That's the correct team name. If I could get it right for once, that'd be nice. I want to thank them, of course, for taking me in, of course, and having that fun little voice chat while we run and try to figure out how to run Phoenix. I want to thank you guys, of course, for putting this on, and then anyone in the chat room for me and my family, of course, for supporting me.
Well, good job tonight, and we definitely look forward to seeing you out in the winner's circle again. Definitely not your first time up on a podium either, so we look forward to seeing what you got for the rest of the regular season.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
You too. And as we move back to our leader and winner out here at Phoenix tonight, Logan Wilson. Logan, an amazing race again. Just a real smart strategy, not coming into pit lane where a lot of the lead drivers did come into pit lane. That gave you the advantage up towards the front. And again, if anybody would have thought about it, if there was an incident at the end of the race, if you didn't come in, you were going to get to keep that spot as long as you weren't involved in it. And it just worked out 100% in your favor, man. Congratulations. Again, what's going through your mind tonight?
Glad. Actually, first, is this mic better?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, good. I was thinking, I'm glad that really I got a good jump off I short-started the restart zone to get as big of a gap as possible, because I knew that the way my tires were for that restart, if it came down to the final corner, I was most likely going to lose the rear end and spin out, just by my own sketchiness trying to keep up with fresh tires. Unfortunate that the caution came out, but glad it came out to manage to just keep the lead after staying out and not taking tires.
Well, and again, the strategy definitely worked out in your favor, man. I'm super happy to see you up here taking the checkered flag tonight. We definitely look forward, obviously, with the loss of a little bit of the IT and out team and you coming out and representing them guys. I'm sure they're going to be happy for you as well. We definitely look forward to seeing what you can do for the regular season, for the rest of the regular season, and possibly the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, man. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
I would like to thank GEC for running this race and having somebody to at least race control a little bit for the cautions with how hectic some of these cautions seem to be in my mirror. But also everybody that came out here and managed to, outside of the cautions we had, to manage to have at least 2 60-lap stints of green flag racing, requiring basically everybody to do a full fuel pit stop cycle.
Yeah, everybody maintained the race really, really well, and especially yourself. We didn't see you in a lot of incidents, and you were extremely fast tonight. Again, thank you so much for coming out, and congratulations. And again, we look forward to seeing what you can do for the rest of the season. All right, man. Have a good night. Thank you so much to everybody that showed up tonight to watch the race. Thank you, everybody that participated in tonight's race. Just an awesome, awesome race altogether. We'll go ahead and end it right there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time here at GEC Racing League.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here.